Hello and welcome. Today we're diving into a saying that really caught my attention this morning. Someone sent it to me and I have not been able to stop thinking about it. It went like this: strong men produce easy times produce weak men produce hard times, and hard times produce strong men. Have you heard that before? Stick around as we explore its meaning, how it relates to our lives and to the next generation. I am still thinking and meditating on it, so hear me out, just a thought. Two quick disclaimers. First, I am a bit under the weather today, so my voice might sound off. Apologies for that. And second, I am recording with my kids in the background, so there might be audible voices or the random participation of one of them or all of them as co podcasters. Again, my dear husband might decide to build something in the middle of my recording, so just pretend you hear nothing and stay focused on the message. I heard somewhere that a noisy home is a lively and happy home or something. So I guess that's my excuse to leave it as it is and to record while everyone is on vacation. Okay, so my two disclaimers are out. Now back to our topic, which is that quote, that saying. Now, from what I could gather quickly today when I kind of researched it, again, I did it really quickly. I was, with other things, so I might have to search longer on the topic. But this saying is often attributed to various historical figures and thinkers. I personally saw it online. As I mentioned, someone sent it to me, and it was a basketball player who was talking and quoting this. So I'm unsure of the exact context in which it was initially said, but I think its core message remains very, very interesting and thought-provoking. So I thought, why not put it out here and see what you guys think? Now, I guess it highlights in a way the cyclical nature of human societies, human generations. What I understand from it is that when things are prosperous and stable, people may become complacent and less prepared for challenges. Or when things are good, when things are stable, prosperous, people may have the proper environment to raise kids that have no worries, no concerns, no risks, no big challenges, and therefore can be unprepared for challenges because they have never had to face it. And consequently, though, when things are difficult, when difficult time arise, they forge strength and resilience in those individuals once again, hence the cycle. Like I said, I don't have a set opinion on it, but from what I have witnessed in my life and as I see my kids grow, there seems to be a lot of truth in how challenges can shape character and prepare us for whatever comes our way, and also how the difference of challenge in levels or difficulty can shape generations differently. I myself have, parents that are older, grandparents that are much older, kids that are very young. I am also blessed to be surrounded by people of different ages, different races, different experiences and perspectives, and different stories in terms of where they were born, how were their financial status and their families, what country they were born in, what country they live in now, etc., etc. And it's all so fascinating to sit and reflect on how true this could possibly be. Like I said, I haven't finished thinking about it, so that's that, right? I'm partially talking about something that I might change my mind on or have a better opinion on later on. Anyway, so it got me also thinking about this on how to raise a resilient generation. For those of us who care, for those of us who are parents or are soon to become parents, or even for just the concerned citizen or the thoughtful mind, how can we ensure we're raising children who are autonomous, strong, courageous, and even morally centered? If some of us don't have kids, how can we be the uncles, the aunties, the friends, the colleagues of young people who we can influence to be prepared for the future? How can we be a good influence for the next generation? So, of course, it's about finding a balance. We're not trying to, not sheltering people from every hardship, the younger generation, but equipping them with the skills to navigate challenges with courage and integrity. Now, you already know how we do on this channel. You already know I will make parallels with biblical wisdom. You already know you should stick around even if you are not Christian, especially if you're not Christian and non-religious. And you already know I will go straight to the book of Proverbs because, of course. So, in Proverbs 22, among many, many beautiful things, it says, "Train up a child in the way he should go. Even when he is old, he will not depart from it." This is wisdom that many people know from Proverbs, but I thought it was so appropriate for this topic. It reminds us of the importance of early guidance and teaching values that endure, that stay. Now, note, if you have yet to read the book of Proverbs, whether you are Christian or not, religious or not, stop everything you're doing and go watch the video I made about it, because you will never regret reading Proverbs. Anyway, I digress. So like I said, this reminds us of the importance of early teachings, teachings that stay with time, teachings that are valuable through generations. Now, it also got me thinking about the alleged decline of masculinity and the new types of relationships between men and women. Now, the saying is strong man, weak man, right? It's talking about man singular and men plural. So I'm unsure if it was initially about mankind or men as in males specifically. Like I mentioned, there has been a lot of talk about the decline of traditional masculinity or healthy masculinity in Western societies. I said alleged because depending on who you talk to, it's great news or it's very bad news, which is a whole other topic that merits a separate episode someday. But while the roles and relationships between men and women are obviously evolving, again, depending on who you talk to, it's great news. For other people, it's, sad news. What remains timeless is the need for strong and courageous individuals in general, to be able to face the challenges of our times. And whatever that might look like for a man in 2024, a woman in 2024, I think courage and strength can be beautiful in terms of femininity, in terms of masculinity. So we do need strong and individual and courageous, individuals anyways. And so it got me thinking again. In the Bible, we find so many verses and stories and great reminders that strength and courage are a thing that we can possess. We can be, strong and courageous. But the reminder here, and I can think of Deuteronomy, for example, or even Joshua, where we read about being strong and courageous many, many times. There are stories that were written for specific contexts, for sure. For example, when someone is preparing to lead the Israelites into the promised land after the death of their leader, when someone is afraid, pardon me, And the challenge, ahead were immense in those situations. But the words in those stories reassured people of God's presence and their capability to overcome when they're with Him, when He's on their side. And so today in 2024, these stories in Deuteronomy 31, for example, Joshua 1st chapter, we have to remember that courage and strength are not just about physical prowess, but about steadfast faith and moral courage, right? Moral courage in facing the trials and opportunities of our lives. And so I thought about that. Now, we can reflect on this saying and the biblical principles that go with it. But I think we can remember that the cycle of strength is not just some historical observation or a cool, quick video, but a challenge for us today, for you and for me. Let's strive to raise a generation and be a generation that embraces challenges with resilience, that seeks moral truth, seeks knowledge, and has witnessed courage from around us. And if not, we can be that person for the younger people to see, to look at, to witness, right? A generation that knows that they are not alone. They can be guided and should be guided by the one who lets himself be found. Again, the strength, the courage, and every virtue really is not just about us, but about faith also, and seeking God in all things. So that's my opinion, my thoughts. But what are your thoughts on this topic? Have you seen this cycle play out in your own life or in the lives of those around you? Have you ever heard of this saying or this quote? Do you know where it's actually from? Let's continue this conversation in the comments section for those who are comfortable doing so. As always, don't forget to subscribe and like. On this channel, we talk about critical thinking, wisdom, faith. Sometimes I peruse the internet to seek lessons from whatever is viral that day, that week. Sometimes I plug books that I adored, and so here we are. If that sounds good to you, I do think you should subscribe and join us. Until next time, see ya.